Hello everyone and welcome to another stream. For those of you who are wondering, World of Warships is now downloaded. And apparently I had it before, which I don't remember ever having it, which is weird. And apparently I have the Arizona as a premium, so yay for me. I just wanted to make this because I want to go through, I want to look at all these ships. We're going to start from the battleships and we're going to move our way down to the carriers and the premiums on every nation. I don't know how long it'll take, but I'm really looking forward to doing this. I did not realize how many ships and stuff were in World of Warships compared to World of Warships Blitz, so this is actually going to be my first experience looking at this just like it is with you guys. So I have the designer table as the port so we can see underneath the hull and above the hull so that it'll be a little bit easier to check them out. So I'm hoping everyone here will enjoy it as much as I do. Alright, so here we go. So we're going to go over here. Well, we're going to start with this one considering it is the first vessel that they give you. Now, I'm going to call this sucker a, what I like to call an escort destroyer. Or a coastal vessel. They call it a cruiser, which it would probably be like a World War I type cruiser. But it looks like they basically took, I don't know, a British hull and made it into a, Japanese ship. Very nice. I like it. We are going to go to the next one because it's a little bit easier. And this is obviously World War I. You can definitely tell by the ship design and the four funnels and how long it is and how crappy the guns look that it is a World War I vessel. Now, be aware, these are the Japanese. Apparently, they put the Japanese first in this game, which is weird. America was first. So we're going to move over to the battleships. This is the first battleship that you get your hands on for Japan. And as you can see, it uses that old center line and side turret design. Now, I will give my opinion on all these ships. This one is going to be by far one of my favorites when I get a hold of it. Simply because I like battleships. And I think this is one of those ships that's really nicely designed. Got secondaries here, all around the hull here. I'm not seeing AA guns, so that might be a problem. But you have to think about it. These ships here were designed in a time where there was biplanes, so you really wouldn't see any you wouldn't really need any anti-aircraft guns for these ships. But it's still a nice vessel. Definitely a looker, as they say back then. So we move on to the next ship. Definitely got that cruiser design here. A lot of open space here. I don't know what Japan was going with this design. Single gun forward, 2 aft. Not a very good broadside. Very huge. Going to cause a lot of problems for anybody who tries to use this vessel. I feel bad for anybody who tries to use it, including myself. I'm assuming there's an upgrading ability to these, just like it is with World of Warships Blitz. So that's actually giving me something to look forward to. But if you notice, the price tag does jump up a lot. So here is the Congo. Congo happened to be one of my very favorite vessels, and here's an interesting design piece that I love the fact that they've done. Here is the unbalanced rudders. Now, a lot of people are like, well, what's an unbalanced rudder? Well, an unbalanced rudder helps the rudder shift better. It helps it turn better. And there's unbalanced, semi-unbalanced, and then balanced. I think America used balanced rudders, so just for anybody who's wondering. And then we have the Fuso, one of my most favorite battleship of Japan. Is not the Yamato, it is the Congo, or not the Congo, the Fuso. I've always loved the Fuso. It may be slow, but the firepower this ship packs is enough to make anybody love it. Nice. It's a very gorgeous, and the funny thing about it, here's the interesting thing that I've always found about a lot of Japan's battleships is what a lot of people don't understand. These ships originated in World War I and a little bit after. So, these battleships are like old as Christmas, and here they are using them in World War II. Now, the Nagato here is actually a battle cruiser. That's what a lot of people don't understand. Japan had like maybe one or two actual battle ships. A lot of these ships that you would think are battleships, like the Nagato here, is actually, put that up, is actually a battle cruiser. You can tell by the shape of the hull, the speed look to these ships kind of gives it away. Alright, so we got a split here, so we're going to look at the Amagi. Alright, so here's the Amagi. You are wondering, yes, I'm still sick. I'm not going to be able to probably talk before long because of my throat. I'm already going to have to cancel my drive this Wednesday because of me being sick, and I'm already upset about it. So, I'm going to ask you guys now, if you watch this afterwards, after school, whatever, be patient with me tomorrow, because I'm going to be a very pissed off son of a bitch because of the fact that, I can't go to my driver thing. So, I'm asking you very nicely to please be patient with me tomorrow. But here we go with the Amagi. As you can see, it's basically the Nagato, but they added another gun. Over here to this one. Now, some of these I don't know if World of Warships added the concept of the Yamato into it or not, but there was a concept art of, there's a movie, I don't remember what the movie is called, but basically the whole plan, I'll tell the story once we get to the Yamato, but there is another concept for the Yamato that I hope that they have in the game. I like this one. I like the only thing I don't like is the humongous funnel. I would have liked to have seen 2 funnels, but to be honest, on this ship, it don't look half bad, to be honest. I think this is actually it here. Yeah, here's the concept art, or the concept ship for Yamato. So, there's a movie out there based on true events and stuff, off of stuff that they've uncovered. And according to what I understand, this was the concept that they were coming up with for the Yamato. Or their super battleship, because at the time they didn't have a name for it. And, they were having this big meeting, and they brought in this, like, really smart kid. And he ended up having a meeting with a dude. And basically, the whole plan behind the Yamato was it was designed to fail. It was designed to never make it to where it was supposed to. It was designed to be big, bulky, an easy target for anyone to hit, because the general that talked to the kid who ended up coming up with the design for the Yamato, he told him that it was going to be a symbol of Japan's pride, and when it sunk, it would make Japan realize that it was time to give up. And it did. It crippled the morale of Japan completely. And then the nukes happened, which caused Japan to ultimately surrender. But it's an interesting story. I can't remember what the name of the movie is, but it's a very good movie. I enjoyed every bit of it. It was very intriguing. It was boring. I will say that it was a very boring movie, but for me, who loves history, I really enjoyed that concept of it supposedly supposed to fail. But yeah, I think this was supposed to be the original design for the Yamato, and then the boy came in, the boy from the movie, and he's like, "No, let's design this instead." Now, personally, I agree with him. I think this design worked better. Just more balanced, more AA defense capabilities, just all around a better vessel. It's just the biggest problem with it was a big target. But yeah, just a little bit of history for you guys. And then go over here, another battle cruiser, obviously, by the design of the hull. The Bungo. Holy cow, what is that funnel? Somebody build a skyscraper. I like ish. I'll put it that way. I like it somewhat. And obviously, Warhammer or whatever the hell they call themselves, they build a lot of their games off of experimental ships and tanks and stuff like that. World of Tanks is one of the biggest ones for having experimental or drawings or just random crap that they came up with and threw into the game for people to play. That is one of the biggest games for doing that, whereas War Thunder is very accurate with a lot of their ships, and they have to have at least a drawing or a model had to be made in order for it to be added into the game. I've been wanting the M7 Priest in War Thunder forever, and World of Tanks has it, so I know it's a real... I know for a fact it's a real vehicle because I've seen pictures of it, like D-Day landings. I've seen pictures of it there. I've seen it later on in the war too. It's basically a big freaking artillery cannon in an M3 Lee hull, and that's one of the reasons I love it, is because it's in an M3 Lee hull. But I like this. That's nice. Alright, so now we move on to, I'm thinking, cruisers. Yep, cruisers. Alright. Alright, so obviously, we're still sticking with that World War I design. I think I've actually sunk a few of these in my Silent Pacific 2 game. Very beautiful ships. Oh, a triple blade too. I've always been partial to triple blade ships. Quadruple blades, they're cool, but it's kind of interesting. But oh god. Anyway, I like ish. Not exactly one of my favorite cruisers of theirs, but here we go. An upgraded version. I think actually this one might be the one that I've sunk in Silent Depth to, and they've upgraded the propeller setup. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, dear lord. 7 guns, only 6 of them broadside. It's not that bad. Definitely, I would call this thing more of like an escort cruiser. For sure, just able to pack a punch, able to go speeds needed, I guess. Here we go. Now we're starting to get into the real cruisers, the World War II stuff. If I remember correctly, Pacific Fleet, one of the games that I have on my phone. Was it Pacific Fleet? I think that's what it's called. Hold on, let me go look. Yeah, Pacific Fleet had this one in the game. It was one of those ships that I hated, but actually it might be a different one, but there's not next because I'm having a horrible week. I hate being sick. Why? Y'all gotta forgive me. I'm sorry. I'm trying to do this stuff for you guys and make it without causing myself more pain. Alright. Let's see, what's this one? Okay, hold on. No, excuse me. This is the one that's in Pacific Fleet. This is the one. Also, for those of you who are wondering, Pacific Fleet is no longer available on anything. I have it on my phone, and I can't open it with Atlantic Fleet or Pacific Fleet. I can't open them on my new phone. You'd have to have an older phone in order to get them. If you go to Walmart, you can probably buy one of their really cheap tablets. Those things are like old as Christmas, and they still run a lot of the older games. Atlantic Fleet and Pacific Fleet are two games that you can probably get and play, which is cool. But yeah, I like this boat. I like the idea of having like a plane repair area on the deck up here. I like that idea. I know there's some people that are like, oh no, that's dangerous and all. Yeah, it may be dangerous, but when you don't really have anywhere else to put it, putting it somewhere that's easy access is the next best option. And I will admit, wait, why don't we have this in War Thunder? Come on! Anyway. We don't even have this in War Thunder, which sucks. I'd love to see both of those in War Thunder. But, I actually really like that. That's really cool. Alright, let's see, what's the next one? Alright, here we go again with that same design. Of course, that's a 0 with the floats. I have that. They've got that in War Thunder. Let's look closely at this, actually. I don't look very close on these ships. I like the amount of detail that they add on their ships. It's very nice. Something that War Thunder tends to miss out on is like key details for certain things. I mean, look at this, like humongous freaking lifeboats for about half the crew right there. I mean, look at that secondary battery. I'm willing to bet those are probably about a 2-inch, maybe a 3-inch gun. Look, commander craft. And then if you're unlucky, like most crewmen would be, you have to row your boat. Row your boat. Row your boat gently out to sea. Hope you don't freaking tip over, because if you do, you're screwed. Anyway. I'm noticing, though, Japan doesn't really have, like, the American life rafts like you see in the USS Indianapolis movie. They have these, and I don't know what these would be, actually. I really don't. Oh, and coincidentally, there's a lifeboat up front, too. Like, just above or below the gun. Like, hey, we're still firing. Go on ahead and go get that lifeboat. Okay, boom! Stupid idiot. Why would you walk in front of a gun? Alright, here we go. What is this? Alright, so basically the same design. Only this one has 4 guns, which is nice. Triple propellers! Zeros. The floats. I think actually one of the funny things I find about the float planes is what a lot of people don't understand is float planes, they also have fuel in the wings, but most of the fuel is stored in the floats, which means in War Thunder they actually are very accurate about this. If you lose your float with some of like the float planes, like the fighters and stuff, you start losing fuel because of the fact that your fuel is in the float. So that's actually a really cool little detail. I like this ship. This is very nice. There's a lot of ships, dear God. If I keep on with this, I'll never get done with it. Like, this game has way more than World of Warships Blitz does. I'm liking a lot of these, actually. A lot of these are really nice. A lot of these, though, I get the feeling are like concepts, because I doubt Japan had this many cruiser designs. Like this one, for instance, there's no way they would have thought to make that. The turrets are huge. Look at how big the turrets are. That's insane. That's a huge turret to mount on a cruiser. Unless they did. I don't know. Maybe they were just trying to figure out what it would be like to mount a triple gun. Who knows? They probably figured it out and they're like, nah, we're good. Yeah, see, there they go again. Look at that. Freaking triple guns, bro. Their triple guns are huge. AA defensive. See, here we go. Now that's a triple gun. I like that one better. Alright, and then you got this thing that looks British almost. Dear God, what is this monstrosity at the rear end? Dear God. And then we go all the way up to their destroyers. Now, their destroyers are going to be probably one of the more interesting ones for me because I've always been into Japanese destroyers. Well, actually, no, that's... I don't know what destroyers I'm into, actually. Like, American destroyers, I've seen so many of them that it gets old. And German destroyers are basically the same destroyer, just a basic, like, engine upgrade here. Maybe a gun turret with dual guns in it there. You know, just really random things. So, you know, I like a nation that is very interesting with their designs. So it's either Japan or Russia for me on destroyers. Now, German battleships, that's my thing. But you guys will see me freak out over something here in a little bit once I get done with Japan. It's going to make me happy, we'll put it that way. Here we go again with the, like, I'm noticing Japan has like two designs here in a second. They have two designs, and I'm going to go on ahead and say it. So Japan has two designs for their destroyers. They have mostly gun destroyers and mostly torpedo destroyers. And they kind of split it up a little bit in World of Warships Blitz. So I'm quite curious if they do it here. Dadgummit, you stupid game. Alright, so here's the, let's see, torpedo gun. Okay, so I think these are going to be the mostly torpedoes section. Then the Mikaza, or Minkaza, no, excuse me, this is the mostly torpedo ships. But it also has 4 guns, so it makes you wonder, right? Yeah, okay, so it's kind of separated. They've changed it up from World of Warships Blitz, whatever. Yeah, that would be an interesting one. World of Ships Blitz. Basically, you sail some ships over the ocean. Wargaming.net, that's the thing I was talking about. Yeah, that one. I'd love to do something like that, like create a game if I knew how to do it. I'd love to create a game where you start out with, like, this old paddle steamer, like the oldest paddle steamer that I could find, and you have, like, all these other ships that you can purchase, but you have to purchase every single one of them. Like, say, alright, so let's say you start out with the oldest, paddle steamer, then you get I think one of the other paddle steamers was named Britannic or Britannia, something like that. You'd have to purchase that. Then you move on to the next, and then the next, and then the next, and you have to haul a certain amount. You have to get enough research points into that vehicle in order to get it. And money. So basically, it would be like World of Warships, only cooler because you're not having to shoot at people. You're just having to sail and miss icebergs and stuff like that. And then, there would be events like World War I happening, World War II, and your company has to do troop transport duties and stuff. That would be a cool game, I think. I would buy it. I know that. I'm not really gonna say a lot anymore because my throat is killing me, so we're just gonna look at the ships and go. Dear Lord, it's like copy and paste. There's no way these ships are any better. Okay, this one's different. $13 million for that is a little insane. I better be making a buttload of money off of these matches in order to earn that. I get the feeling that's how they get you, though. You have to purchase like a certain amount of cash or whatever in order to do certain things in this game. I don't think I'm going to look at the destroyers or the cruisers right now. I think I'm just going to check out the battleships and the aircraft carriers and maybe the submarines. Just for fun. Because I'd like to talk about concepts on carriers. So basically this concept carrier, if you pay attention, it really reminds me of like maybe one of their cruisers that they took. But one of the things I love about Japanese early carriers is the bridge is not on the deck like American carriers are. Their bridge is actually underneath the flight deck. So if you wanted to go and you were like the captain or whatever and watch the planes take off, you'd have to go like over here somewhere in order to do it. And I'm pretty sure that mast actually folds down. If I'm thinking correctly, this mast here, when the planes are taking off, it'll fold down to the side. Like it'll fold over to the side over here. So that's a cool little detail if they add that to the game. Where are the lifeboats, though? That's the one question I have. Okay, so lifeboats are here. It's got secondaries, which is good. A lot of aircraft carriers didn't come with secondaries for some stupid reason. Oh, here we go. Here's one of the ones that I really enjoy because of the fact of it's a perfect example of what I was just talking about. Again, the bridge was underneath the flight deck, and I loved that design. I do. I love that design. It causes a lot of problems because the commander has to go like to either side of the ship in order to like keep an eye on the planes, which is why the flight deck was, instead of being underneath the bridge like that or underneath the flight deck, they moved the bridge up into the side of the ships, which made it a little bit easier for the commander to see the planes incoming and stuff. I feel bad for anybody though. I want to say this. I feel bad for anybody that's having to sit on this small platform for AA gun capability. Like, can you imagine how much scared that would be? I would be scared to death myself, but that's just me. I'm a chicken when it comes to that kind of stuff. See, here's when they start adding, like, the bridge to the side, which I don't like the idea, but sometimes you gotta deal with what you gotta deal with. But one of the funny things, and one of the most interesting things I find about Japanese aircraft carriers, is if you paid attention, I haven't mentioned it. Actually, I want to see if you guys notice it. Of course, there's nobody here, but I will mention it afterwards. Alright, so then we're going to go here. Oh, well, this one kind of messes up that thing that I was going to go with. That sucks, but I had this vessel at one time in another game called Battle of Warships. It was like a cheap budget edition of World of Warships, and I loved it. It was enjoyable. Yeah, see, these two screw up the whole thing because, like, now they're... But these two I don't think ever made it into production. If they did, it wasn't for very long because you don't really see anything about them in history. I think, if I remember correctly, there's pictures of one of them being destroyed or dismantled or something. But, so, one of the things I wanted to point out about these ships is, if you paid attention to the first three, in the first three of them, they mounted the exhaust ports to the side of the ship. Thus, why it was so hard for Americans to find, in my opinion, that's why it was so hard for them to find. Dear God. Spaceport. New York? Ooh, that's cool. Kinda want to go to Dunkirk. What does Dunkirk look like? We're going to America anyway, so we can go look. Yeah, we got a lot to look at over here. I'm not going to look at most of them, though. Just more or less some of them. Now, for those of you who are wondering, I live in the great state of South Carolina, so to have a beautiful vessel such as the South Carolina here, named after my state, gives me pride. But the fact that this has quite literally been the last vessel that I know of that America has named after, Dunkirk's on fire. Look at that. They're on fire. But for the fact that that's been the last vessel that they've decided to name after, I kind of like that one. Wyoming, New York, Kansas, Nebraska. Ugh. We're just going to kind of skim through these, I think. We're just going to look at the carriers. I'm a carrier guy. I love aircraft carriers. Oh yeah, here we go. This one's nice and open. I like it. Kind of gives you that feel of what it would be like as a carrier. It would be nice to have a Pearl Harbor one. That'd be cool. Like before the attack, get a Pearl Harbor map. Ugh. You can tell though, I don't know if anyone is paying attention though on this one, but if you're paying attention, this is quite literally, it was either a coal freighter, an oil freighter. I'm thinking it was like one of them oil freighters, and they converted it to a carrier. And it doesn't look half bad. One of the coolest details that I've always found about this ship is the funnels, when the planes are taking off and landing, it folds them down, kind of like the mast I was talking about earlier. But the problem is here, the hangar, quote unquote, is quite literally open. So needless to say, can you imagine what it must be like having this thing in high seas? I would not want to be there. I'll put it that way. The Ranger is another one that I really like. I really like the Ranger. The Ranger's rear end is really weird. I don't like the stern of this thing, because it's like really wide, and then the stern just kind of cuts in really quickly, and it just doesn't look nice. But one of the coolest things about the Ranger is it still has that cool funnel design like I was just talking about, where the funnels fold down when you're taking off. And wait. Oh, so they have to raise these up too in order for that to work. So if y'all are in combat, those are out of the way. That's a problem. So you're stuck wherever you are basically when those funnels go down. Hope nobody decides to take a break on one of these panels here, because y'all are screwed if you do. But I like the Ranger. The Ranger's nice. I like the Ranger. Here we go. This is like a, what would I call this? It kind of looks like a freighter hull, but it also looks like they took like one of the old cruiser hulls and made this. That's kind of what it looks like. Wait, this is the Independence. There was one ship that was a paddle steamer, and it was a training aircraft. And it never actually went to sea, but it was on one of the lakes. And in that lake, because of the fact that the ship could never get enough speed to do anything, you can go down and dive, and you'll find like a buttload of just World War II aircraft laying in the bottom of this. I don't remember. I think it's Lake Michigan or something like that. Because of this aircraft carrier being a paddle steamer, it couldn't get enough speed to create the wind flow that the planes needed to get off the deck. And they used it as a training aircraft carrier, and it sucked at it so bad that I think they ended up getting rid of it. But I think they used it. I don't know. I can't remember the whole story. It's an interesting story behind it. I love the ship, though. It's very pretty. I liked it before it was the aircraft carrier, if that makes any sense. But here we go, the USS Lexington. Now, there's several Lexingtons, but I like to think that this thing is named after my Lexington in South Carolina. But I've always loved the Lexington. I've always thought that it was like one of those vessels that was like really weird because of the humongous funnel. But the funny thing is about this thing is it's like a huge carrier deck. I mean, look at the carrier deck compared to the planes. It's so small. Like, look at that, small. But it's such a good aircraft carrier. Like, this thing was used until it finally sank. And I don't remember what battle it was, but they ended up losing it. They mention it in the Midway movie, the new Midway movie. They mentioned it in that. There was like a short mention, and if you weren't paying attention, you wouldn't have seen it. Alright, now, a lot of people know, here in South Carolina, we have the modern USS Yorktown. So, I've always had a partial to the original Yorktown because of that. And this is what Yorktown looks like. Very gorgeous. It's basically like, I like to call it like I want to say a smaller version of the Enterprise, or I think it was an actual Enterprise ship. I don't remember. But it's a very gorgeous vessel. They got Corsairs! That's what I'm talking about. Bring me my Corsairs, I'll be happy. Yeah, Yorktown's pretty. Alright, so we got Midway. Midway's huge. Look at Midway. Midway is a huge aircraft carrier. If you pay attention, though, if you pay attention to the bow, and if you look at like one of the battleships, it looks like the Midway is built on like the Iowa-class battleship hull. That's what makes it so special to me. Or not really special, but that's what makes it interesting. And then the Essex. Here's the Essex class. Very small, of course. Very small carrier compared to the other ones, but still beautiful. Very small carrier deck. And then the United States, the SS United States, which is kind of interesting. Okay, this is modern. That's way modern. That is such a bullcrap aircraft carrier. No, wait, hold on. Oh, I see. So this is a later aircraft carrier. To think that we actually built this is insane. Like, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4 hangar deck things. That's insane. But I like it. Like, it leads to give us, or it ends up giving us what we have today, which is an interesting little piece of history there, I guess. Alright, so let's go look at Russia's aircraft carriers, which shouldn't really be in the game considering they didn't ever use them. They still don't use them, by the way. Again, with the, what I want to call the coal freighter, or the oil freighter hull. Japan's probably the only one that didn't use a freighter hull for their first vessel, but this one's biggest problem, I can already tell you, is they are using those funnels don't fold, and the deck gets smaller after this point here, so that's going to cause you some problems. But I like it. It's nice. Ish. I think they added Germany. See, even Russia was like, hey, let's put our funnels to the side like the Japanese did. Look at that. That is awesome. I love that. That is actually really smart usage, too. Like, it's not like a... Is there a gas truck on the deck? That's a danger. But again, like, these are concepts, obviously. Like, I don't think Russia ever built an aircraft carrier in their life. These are more or less vessels that are concept drawings, most likely. Oh, wow, that's actually quite interesting. Like, all of that is just empty in there. That's creepy. That almost looks like it would be like a cargo hold. I would put cargo there. That's what I would put. I love the little details, though. Let's address the little details. There was one of the ships that had like a drainage pipe or something going on over there. That was cool. Oh, God. I hate having a stopped up nose. But you see the insane prices of these ships, and it's driving me nuts to think that people enjoy this game, even though this game is a ripoff. It's worse than War Thunder, I think. Oh my God. What? Huh? Was Russia smart? Is Russia smarter than America? They came up with the idea first. Dadgummit. What plane is that? I can't even tell what plane that is. Ew. Okay. That is... Oh. That's one of the SUs, I think. That's a LA-5. I think. LA-5, I think, is what they... LA-5 or 9. One of the two. I can't tell what that plane is, though. That's like a really weird plane. But now we go on to Germany's aircraft carriers. And then I think I might look at their battleships as well. Because they've got... Wow, they've got a lot here. I also got to look at their cruisers, because, yikes. Germany's destroyers are kind of just copy and paste everything. So, yeah, I don't think I'll be looking at that, so. Yeah, see, this is fake. All of these, just for anyone who's wondering, all of the German carriers are fake as hell, because even now, Germany doesn't have doesn't have a carrier. I think they have like a helicarrier or something, but they don't have an actual aircraft carrier. Yeah. I like those planes though. See, why don't we have this in War Thunder? That would be a cool plane to have in War Thunder. A War Thunder nerd. I can't help it. I'm gonna start doing that title. What the badonkadonk is that bridge? It looks like if you sit it in the water, it's just gonna go splash. All right, I'll be right back. I gotta go do something. All right, I'm back. Probably imagine you probably picked up me walking into the room and shutting the door. But anyway, these headphones are very sensitive. Wait, is that a radar on the back of this boat? That is actually quite interesting. It's an interesting place to put that. Let's see what else we got here. I figured Germany would get more. Yeah, see, this is the one I was looking for. This is the one that confuses me, though, because I don't know where the bridge would be on this one. Like, I would figure it would be, like, somewhere over here, but then, like, you go all the way up here, and there's, like... I'm getting the feeling the bridge for this vessel is here, but it just makes no sense to put it there. Like, Germany, like, obviously didn't know themselves where they were going to put that aircraft carrier bridge, because I don't see one. Yeah, see, this one's like a, what is this, like a modified version? Wait, is this on a Bismarck hull? It sure as hang is. It's on a Bismarck hull. It's actually not that bad. The bridge sucks, but, I mean, it's not that bad. I have a lot of ships I have to go through. I just don't feel like doing them. Alright, let's see. Oh, wow. Okay, see, some of these I haven't had the experience of messing with because, World of Warships Blitz doesn't exactly have all the cool tech tree stuff that, you get here, so I'm a little upset at them for that. I hope that they do mess with World of Warships a little bit more and add all the vessels. Excuse me. To the game, but I don't ever actually seeing it happen. Actually, I do want to look at some of the Furious. You know what? Let's just go play, shall we? Port. Here we go. Let's just go on ahead and play. What is this? Okay, well, whatever. Alright, I'm guessing I have this for a limited time, so we might as well go on ahead and go use it. I'm currently waiting on, War Thunder to download, and, they released a new update, and it's like one of those rushed updates. So, yeah. Lead your targets. Well, nah, you don't say. Shift and zoom in and out. Okay. R to accelerate. Okay. Alright, so pretty decent controls, right? Shift to zoom. Oh, I love that. Alright, well. Turning should be WASD, right? Yeah, totally. Okay, great. Dear Jesus, this boat is slow.
Awaiting instructions.
Free look is nice. I like free look. Alright, well. Well, that's hate? Hell no. Load that shit, please. There we go. I gotta wait 30-something seconds or to load them, but whatever. Oh, God. World of Warships Blitz is a little bit easier, but I'm quite curious. God, this is what I was looking for. Bro, I'll tell you this. The Arizona does not get points for speed. 21.1 knots. God, it's so stressful. Oh, that's a destroyer. I'm fucked. Nah, that's better. I can deal with a cruiser. Gotta learn to lead the targets. Oh, I've been detected. Well, I'm fucked. Alright, well, this is gonna be an interesting experience for not only you guys, but me too, because I've never played on a computer World of Warships, but having all the cool vessels that I have is very nice. I like that. That's very nice.
Enemy destroyer detected.
Here, have some shells. Alright, reload me. He's gonna launch torpedoes, so we need to turn into them. Yeah, buddy, what you gonna do? Come on.
Torpedoes dead ahead.
Told you he was gonna do that shit. Yeah, I predicted your shit. It's too predictable. Here, have some heat. Oh, shit. Who's next? You? Alright, come here. Autopilot? Nah, we don't need autopilot. We'll be fine. Uh-oh. Okay, he's got torpedoes too, so we need to be careful. Shit! He predicted! Ah! Ah! Eating the shells is better. It's fine. I got more freaking friendly fire than I do anything else over here. Guess what, bitch? Still got your ass. You shoot at me, you die. Alright, what ship is that? Let's see that ship. Oh shit, it's in Arizona. And I'm broken. Shit. Head on him. We need to head on. Aren't these AI though? I think that's what that is. AI. I don't know. Just keep on head-oning him. We'll be fine. He's making himself a bigger target, so. Oh, dear Jesus. Here we go.
The ship is on fire.
Oh, there's not much I can do about that. Considering the cooldown is still a thing. Hey, sir. Eat shells. I'm not doing anything to him right now. Oh, we won. Look at that. I don't know how, but we won. You can tell that I'm a War Thunder player because I was more concerned that entire time with killing ships rather than taking points. But all in all, I like it. It's nice. It's a very nice battleship. I very much like that. It's very nice. Alright, now let's get Japan leveled up a little bit. Because I want to... Alright, so for those of you who are wondering, I'm more of a battleship person. So for me, I need to grind out this vessel, that vessel, that vessel, and then we're going to have to pay, I don't even know how much. Dear God, that's a lot to pay for that boat. The prices are increasing. It hurts. This is actually fun. I've never had fun playing this game. Like, I guess it's a new experience. How about that? Alright, well. I need to learn all the controls. Oh, let me see if I can find the controls. There we go. Controls, here we go. To port, starboard, duff, armament. Look at the dolphins! Excuse me? Also, I'd like to add that, those have got to be bots, right?
Good game, everyone.
I didn't even select that, but okay.
Enemy force sighted on the horizon.
Enemy force, where? Delta Force? Anyway. Alright, let's see how good these guns reload. 4 seconds. It's decent. Well, actually, about 5 seconds, but. I'm gonna put an autopilot on. We're gonna head this way. There we go. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Switching target. I want points here. That's what I want. Shit, I've been hit. Who hit me? Oh, fuck. I didn't see them. I'm screwed. I'm screwed. I'm screwed. I'm screwed. I'm screwed. I'm screwed. Take that! Take it back! Take it back! Take your gun. I'm gonna take his gun. If I can take his gun, that'd be great. Wait, this isn't War Thunder. You can't take people's guns. Dadgummit! Oh, wait, he died. Okay, we're good. Oh, no. I'm being rammed. Wait, he's not even looking at me. Look at this. He's not even looking at me. Here, have some shells.
Destination reached. Autopilot mode disabled.
All right, autopilot on then.
Our team has taken the lead.
Okay, he's gone.
We destroyed an enemy cruiser.
Of course we did. We're good at this. Totally, right? It's not a very fast ship, I feel like I need to say. Why is he just sitting there, you dumbass? You may be a stable platform, but sometimes accuracy needs to be getting rid of, alright? Let's set him on fire. I need my premium shells. Yeah, like I want premium shells. Fuck that. Am I being shot at by... Uh-oh. My boat is so small because it's based on like a... what I want to call a destroyer hull. Whereas everyone else's is getting like really big hulls. But I don't mind it. It's actually a decent little vessel. I like the reload rate. The reload rate is great. Reload is everything to me, alright? If a ship has horrible speed and horrible reload, that's where I scream bloody murder.
Victory is in sight.
Alright, well he's coming around, so let us murder, shall we? Alright, here we go. I can kill a cruiser, right? Totally. Why is it turning me away? I got him. Yes.
We destroyed an enemy cruiser.
Alright, let me go assist. Over here. One good thing about having a destroyer hull for a cruiser is you're decently able to do things. So I gotta arrange this right quick and oh well, he's gone. We won. Congratulations. I don't understand how it is that I keep only losing like one person a match and somehow coming out on top. But anyway.
Access level 3 unlocked. Select random battles and fight against other players. To unlock the next access level, play 2 battles.
Well, shit. I don't care about that right now. Alright, so I should be able to go to the tech tree. Yes, research and purchase. Perfect. So now we have this. Yay! Alright, so now... Okay. Is this one of those games where it comes with equipment and stuff? Yes. Okay, so... Alright, well, let me go on ahead and go to random battles and do 2 of these so that it'll leave me alone. Personally, I prefer co-op because I do better against AI. Alright, let's go do it. Well, guys,
Good luck and fair seas. Battle starts.
good luck, guys. Oh, God, I'm going... Wait, what is that? Is that what I think it is? Guys, it's my state! Oh. 11 seconds of reload. That's actually pretty decent.
Enemy force sighted on the horizon.
Bro, I'm telling you, what people won't do for views is insane. I just saw a thing on YouTube talking about playing every Call of Duty game in one stream. Wow! How invigorating! Or whatever the hell that word is. How annoyingly impossible. I'm sorry, you're not going to play every quote-unquote Call of Duty game in one stream. That's never going to happen. Not unless you have about 4 or 5 days, possibly more, in order to do it. I don't like the fact that there's battleships here. I gotta remember, these are players and not idiots, so... Okay, so he might light me up here. Just gonna stare at him.
Torpedoes, dead ahead.
What was that about torpedoes? No, I'm fine. Is he ignoring me or something? No, they're definitely trying to kill me. It's just that they're missing horribly. No, my ship. Dude, we're doing like the ultimate freaking draw or battle right here. Of course they have, because they've killed us all. They have battleships. We have battleships. What am I talking about? I'm just driving beside this guy like I own the place over here. I think I'm making him nervous. He's trying to leave. Okay, you're pissing me off. You know, you're pissing me. They're all pissing me off. Shit. I'm dead. Yep. Oh, wow. Okay, so that's actually really nice. I like the brake.
The enemy is about to win.
My boat sunk so fast. Bro, where are our battleship? Jeez. Come on, USS South Carolina. You're slow as hell, but come on. You can do better than that. Ugh. Anyway. Yes, I'd like to exit the battle. It was completely whatever that word. But anyway, I just wanted to do a quick stream. For those of you who are wondering, will he add this to his list of games that he's going to play? Yes, very much so. I very much enjoy this. I hope to do this more. As a matter of fact, I very much hope to do this more. What is this? It's yikes. Anyway, and I will most definitely be doing more of this in the future. So if you guys like to see me play more of this, please let me know down in the comments section below, because I very much enjoy World of Warships almost more than I enjoy World of Warships Blitz. So I hope everyone has a lovely day, and remember, you mess with the wolf, you're gonna get the fangs. I hope everyone has a lovely day. Stay safe out there. This world's hard, and try not to get sick